Okay. All right, so it's probably not going to be very long. We're going to see how long I can go without Tyson finding me. But we're going to go ahead and start standing. I know you can't see my feet right now, so I'm just standing parallel, hip distance apart with my feet. Toes facing forward, and we're just going to start by curling arms up and down. So inhale, lift, exhale, lower. And again, this can always be done with, weights would be preferable, or even some heavier cans would work too. Just something so your biceps are working here. Try to keep your elbows close to your body here. Now add a soft bend in the knees here. So you have a very slight bend in your knees, and you're still staying forward here. You're curling up and down, just warming up the biceps. Good, and we're going to do this for 6 more here. Again, you can wrap the hands with the band if it starts to bother your wrists or your fingers. We got 2 more. And last time. Okay, now we're going to hold it here at 90 degrees. This time we're going to be bending or squatting. So we're going to be bending knees, coming down and coming back up. Now you can go into a traditional squat, you can hit the hips, or keep your shoulders over the hips as you bend the knees. Now either way is fine. I'm going to do both ways. So right now I'm starting with my shoulders over my hips, and I'll be doing this for 6 more. Now if it starts to bother the knees at all, just make sure you're not bending your knees quite as deeply, or just try to hold it instead of going down and up. Now I'm going to hinge at the hips here. So now I am hinging forward here. So you try to stick your hips, your tailbone out behind you. And as you do that, you want to contract or squeeze the glutes, putting the weight into the heels. Good, 3 more. We have our arms at 90 just to get a little more resistance with the band. 2. Good, last one. Now we're going to go back to our bicep curls. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now I'm going to be doing everything without taking breaks. But if you ever need to, just take a break and then join again when you're ready. Good, 4 more. Just make sure that the wrists aren't coming outside. Right now we want to keep everything in front of the shoulders or in line with the shoulders and the elbows. Good, last time. Good, now take the arms out. This time you are having your hands wide here. Soft bend in your knees here. Squeeze your elbows and towards your waist. Then from here, you're going to fan the hands back. So you're pressing the hands back slightly here. As you do this, you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you're squeezing the scapulas together as you press the forearms behind you. And the whole time you're maintaining a lot of resistance on that band, so your biceps are working. Good, 3 more. And 2. And last one. And standing all the way up. Good. Just give your hands a quick break. We will take a break from the band for a minute, and then we're going to come right back to it. So right now we're going to go into some standing lunges. Again, if this bothers your knees, don't go as deep. But take your left foot forward, take your right leg back, and I'm just doing a standing lunge. So just come all the way down. And you want to make sure that that left knee is at that left ankle. And I know you can't see it, so just listen to my cues here. Make sure that right knee is under your right hip. And then you're going to start to pulse down and up. Good. Now the pulsing movement may bother your knees if you have knee problems. So if that's the case, keep your legs still. Good. Keep your shoulders over the hips here. Now hold it nice and still. You're just going to hold this squat, this lunge position here. Now again, I'm holding things longer than usual. So if you do need to take a break, take your break and then join us again when you're ready. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper here because I'm going a little longer and I want to challenge myself a little bit more. So I'm going to take it a little bit lower here. And that's because it feels okay on my knees and I have good alignment with my legs. Good. Now I'm going to slowly go up into and down into. So you lift up into and then go down into. Very slow movement here. It's not a quick pulse, but you should be able to have a greater range of movement here, meaning that you can go a little lower than you think you can. Good. Last time, down, down, lift, lift, walk the legs back together. Take a moment to just bend the knees, kind of walk the legs out. And then we'll go to the other side. Now again, modify as needed for your body here. Take that left foot back, that right leg is going to be forward, and you're going to squat down to your challenge position. Right knee should be over your right ankle, not forward of the ankle. Left knee is on your left hip. Then start with the pulse. Down and up, down and up. Just a little pulse up and down. Now as you pulse up and down, there will be some movement at the knee, but your knee shouldn't be moving forward and back here. There's going to be more movement on the back leg than on the front leg. Now hold it nice and still. You're just going to hold it here for a little bit. Again, if you need to, take that break or walk the legs closer together, taking your body up a little bit higher. You can always take it a little bit deeper as well to challenge yourself, if that feels okay for you. Keep your shoulders over your hips. As soon as you start to lean forward, you're going to lose the weight in the back foot, which is going to take the weight out of your quads. Now go down and two, up and two. So go down, down, lift, lift, lower, lower, lift, lift. 3 more here. Again, it's slower so that we can really target our range of movement here. Up, up, last, down, down, lift, walk the legs back together. Shake the legs down a little bit. Grab your band again. All right, so I always like to throw in calf raises here. So I just like to bring the band into it so your arms are working as well. Let's fold the band in half here. Just an option, it just is going to challenge it a little bit more since this is a short video. Take your hands in front of the shoulders here. Bend the elbows deeply. So kind of like that. That's where the bend is for my arms. Now take your heels together. Your toes are going to be apart like your feet in that Pilates stance or that V position. Then from here, you're going to go ahead and squeeze the shoulders back. So you're squeezing the shoulders back together. It's not movement of the forearms. It's happening because your shoulder blades are squeezing back together. Now as you do that, you're going to squeeze back and lift the heels up and lower them down. Retract and lower. So you're retracting the scapula back towards each other as you lift and lower the heels. Now there should be more resistance here. And what you're trying to do is match the arms so that one arm isn't lower or one arm isn't working harder. Now with the feet, you're taking your ankles up as high as you can maintain, keeping your balance, and as long as your feet aren't cracking up. Try not to let the heels rest on the ground, so you're not really giving yourself a break here. You're continuing to work the whole time. Good. 1 more here. And 3. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Lower the hands down. Keep your heels just off the ground here. That way they're working while we're letting up next. So take your palms forward. Elbows are going to be glued into your side here. And your hands can be as close together as you like here. But you are in a double band, so it's going to be more resistance. Now from here, lift your heels up so they're hovering, ideally like an inch off the ground here. But if that's too high, you can take it a little lower. You really don't need to go more than an inch. So just take it, go up 1 inch, and if you need to go lower. Then from here, pull the forearms out. So I'll show that again, it's a slight movement. You're just going to pull the hands out. Just a little bit here. It would be a bigger movement if your hands were closer together. Now there should be quite a bit of resistance here in your biceps. That's what we want. Now bend your knees here just a tiny bit. Your heels are lifted, your knees are bent. If you need to, keep your heels flat. You're going to be challenging your balance here because you're doing multiple things. Your legs are working to keep you stabilized. Your arms are contracted as well. Then from here, just the right arm is going to do little presses out. Now notice that my left arm is nice and still here. So that's important. That arm is helping to stabilize. That right arm is pressing 4, 3, 2, and switch. Left arm out. Now your elbows against your ribs is really a guide. It's just to help you. So try to keep your elbows close to your sides. Last 2, last 1. Relax the arms. Drop the band, straighten the legs, lower and lift. We're going to take this a little bit faster here. So you're lowering and lifting your heels. So we're ending with these calf raises here And again, you can take it, as fast as you want, where it's nice and quick, up and down, or a little slower. But in this position, you're going to have a smaller range of movement, probably, 2 to 3 inches. I'm going to finish with 16 more pulses. Again, if you need that break, take it. Sometimes it's hard to do calf raises barefoot, and it helps to do it with shoes on because you have the arch supports. And that's totally fine. Good, we got 6 more. And last 3, 2, 1. Good, again, shake the legs out a little bit. Now in this video, I'm not doing any stretching, so you can always pause the video as needed to stretch out your calves, your hamstrings, whatever you need. But step onto your band here, holding on with both hands. All right, so right now we're going to be working on the outer thighs, outer hips. So you're welcome to pull your hands up or take your hands further down your band. Either way is fine. What I want you to do is take all the weight and put it into your left foot. Now we've done this one a lot, so you should be fine without seeing my legs. Then press that right leg out to the side. Now my right foot is not on the ground, it's lifted. And you're going to just press that right leg out. So it's going to kind of look like this, in the air. So you're just pressing that right foot out. Little presses here. Now try not to sink into that hip or compensate the other direction. Try to keep your waist and your spine reaching towards the ceiling here. And now hold that right leg out. Now you have resistance in the band. The right foot is lifted. If you need to for balance, keep your right toes on the ground. And you're going to do tiny circles with your leg. So if my arm were my foot, you're doing little tiny circles. Good. Now reverse those circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Drop that right foot down. Transfer that weight. Take it to your right foot. Left foot is going to press out. And again, you're doing little presses out. Little tiny presses out here. But you have a lot of resistance in that band, so they don't need to be big. Now we're going to do 8 more here, and then we'll go into our circles. Good. And 4, 3, 2, start your circles. Again, if my hand on my foot, my circles are pretty small, maybe the size of a golf ball. And last 3, 2, 1, reverse your circles. 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go ahead and step out of that band. We're going to take this to the floor now and do a little bit of ab work. Right. That should be fine. So what I'm going to be using today is a ball. If you don't have a ball, you don't need to use it. I'm just using it to demonstrate what you can do with it. If you want to get a ball, they're at Walmart, like big $3 kind of in the toy section. Or you can even use like a pillow, whatever you have available. Balls are nice because they're going to get you a little bit more lifted and have a little bit more support from the back. So we're taking that ball right behind our lower back here. And I'm going to take my arms forward and I'm going to curl back into that ball. Now I'm actively drawing my stomach down here. Okay. And I'm just starting by pressing back and up. Now this is an exercise that you can probably do forever. So you have to make it challenging. So actively draw the stomach back towards the wall. When you do that, you can see that difference with my stomach here, pulling it in. Then your abs start to work here. Now to make it a little bit harder, I'm going to take our arms up. The reason again why I've got the ball here is because you'll be able to go longer with the ball than without. So I know you can't see my face right now. Just keep the arms lifted. Just don't take them behind your ears. Keep them forward of the ears and curl back and up. Now take your arms nice and wide here. Squeeze the elbows into your rib cage. And then little presses back with the hands. And you can always keep your hands still. You don't need to move the arms if you don't want to. It's just as challenging to keep your arms still and move your sides. Now bring them to kind of a 90-degree angle and slide the elbows behind you here. That's surprisingly going to make it a lot harder for your core. Go back a little bit further here and hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rounding it up. All right. So again, that's an option for any of your ab work. You can have that ball behind your back. Another thing you can do is, if you want a little bit more challenge, just take it just below kind of the mid-back or back strap area, and then curl back from there, because then you'll have a deeper flex through the abs here. It'll be a little bit more challenging. So there's ways you can work with it. All right. So what we're going to do now is, I'm going to use a ball here, but if you have a lightweight, you don't have to use anything, or if you have like a can, it would work great for this exercise. So, I forgot to grab the okay. All right. I want you to just keep your legs relaxed and straight if possible. If you need to modify bent knees, that's fine. Curl back and hold. Hold it back as far as you can maintain here. And then we're going to start a little figure 8 with our arms. So you're going to rotate to the right and to the left. So you're doing a small rotation here, side to side. Now keep in mind, as you're doing this, your legs really aren't moving. Like, your legs shouldn't be shifting back and forth here. I want to keep it not too fast here, but a consistent pace. You can choose your pace by knowing how fast you can go while keeping your legs still. So I can take it a little faster here without moving my legs. Now I'm going to take it back to center here. I'm going to bring that ball into the chest here. I'm going to press on that ball. If you have weights, you're just going to hold your weight or your can here. If you're not using anything, you can always go to a genie position with the arms. But I'm going to press in with my hands. And as I press, I'm going to curl back 1 more inch. And again, press and curl. Now if you need to modify, come up a little higher and hold it higher. But try to keep it within your challenge zone. So curl back, press and hold. Good, press and hold. Good, 1 more, press and hold. And 3, and 2. Last time. Good, reach the arms forward here. Now I want you to go ahead and bend the knees this time. Okay, and you're going to curl back as far as you can and curl all the way up. Inhale back. And exhale, lift. And you really want to emphasize that lift. It's going to feel good for your spine, as well as help you each time get deeper into activating abs. We're just flexing a little bit deeper. Now hold it back. You're going to hold it here. Good. And then I want you just to press in on that ball. If you've got weights and it's a little too heavy, just get rid of your weights or bring it closer to your chest. Good. And you're just going to hold it there for 4 more breaths. And exhale. Good. 3 more. Draw your stomach in a little bit deeper. And we have 1 more. And round it all the way up. Now I want to take it to a little bit of stomach work here. So you're going to go onto your stomach. And I'm going to stay lifted up in my forearms here. And the reason for that is because it's easier for you to hear me. However, if you need to modify, fold your arms and rest your head on your hands. All right, so right now you're going to be able to see my feet, which is what I want you to see. All right, so from here, I want you to make sure that you don't have extreme extension through the spine. Tuck the hips here so that your chest is either slightly lifted or you just don't have any pain going through your lower back. Squeeze your glutes, lift your legs up off the ground. Now try to do both legs at a time. If you need to, just do 1 at a time. Start with your heel beats here. So you're going to be squeezing or tapping the heels together. Now just because we're on our stomach doesn't mean you're not doing ab work here. You should still be drawing your stomach in. Now as you tap the heels here, try to squeeze the glutes a little tighter each time. Okay, now hold the legs there. Now I want you to slowly start to swim the arms and the legs. Now if it's too much with the arms moving, you can keep the arms still, but try to keep the arms extended and your head lifted if possible. Take swimming at your own pace here. Doesn't have to be as fast as I'm going, or it can be a little faster. Now bend the knees here. This is targeting your hamstrings. This is a position you need to be really careful in. If you start to relax the hips completely, you're going to have back pain. So you want to make sure you're tucking the hips. We work on that a lot in our bridge work. Squeezing your glutes, and then from there, fold your arms, rest your head on your arms. Lift the knees off the ground here. Your knees may barely lift, and that's okay. So don't worry about your range of movement in this position. Flex the heels and just do little pulses up. Now notice my heels are over my knees. I'm not in close to my glutes, and they're not extended. This position is going to be pretty hard on your hamstrings, so just keep it over the knees here. Now hold it nice and still. Again, if you need to take a break, that's fine, or take it slower. Squeeze the glutes here, lift up a little higher. Squeeze the glutes a little tighter. Lift up one more time. Hold it here, and extend the legs. Take it back into a child's pose here. Stretch out the back, and then round all the way up. So we're just going to go ahead and finish with one more ab exercise here. All right. So what I'd like you to do here is take your elbows underneath your shoulders. Take your knees over the hips here. Okay. And keep your lower back glued to the floor. Then from here, make sure you're not sinking into the shoulders. And you're going to alternate the right leg and the left leg. If this is too much, this can always be done lying flat as well. The only difference is this is going to make your abs naturally flex, so you'll be getting a little bit more ab work here. Good. I'm just going to start, we call it marching here, so you're just marching the legs. Now they can go all the way to the ground, but only if your lower back stays down. So as soon as my lower back starts to lift, my legs are going too far, and I need to tuck the hips. Open the knees up so you're in a diamond position. Then lower the legs and lift the legs. Good, so it's inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. I want to finish with 4 more and a hold. Again, take it as low as you can, keeping the lower back and the abs engaged. 2 more. Good. And last time. I'm going to end with a hold here. Yeah, so we're going to hold it here. And I just want you to hold one position that's not bothering your back, so your abs are constantly working here, but your back should not be in pain. You're going to hold it for 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Good. You can hug the knees in, rock side to side. Be sure to take some time to stretch out your hamstrings, your biceps, and your quads. So those are really the 3 areas we targeted today. So just make sure you do some of the exercises or stretches that we've gone over.